Here's a collection of actual crimes committed by really dumb criminals. Just sit back and enjoy the insanity as we present. Stupid crime stories you just won't believe. In 2019, a couple in San Jose, California had a very frightening experience. The husband was outside in his neighbor's driveway at around 10 a.m. When he returned to the house, he noticed there was food in his backyard. Clearly, someone had been in his home while he was outside. What makes this even more disturbing is that his wife was in the shower at the time. Their son-in-law checked the security cameras and saw a man walking through the living room. He comes in and out of the house 3 times in 8 minutes. During that time, he managed to steal a sweater, a lunchbox, a hat and jewelry. The jewelry box was just outside the bathroom where the wife was showering. The jewelry had been in the family for years and has an estimated value of about $20,000. But the sentimental value is far greater. They believe the intruder jumped a short fence and entered through an open sliding glass door. Neighbors were able to share video footage of the man walking down the street just before entering the home. They suspect he is homeless and he also appeared intoxicated. Police were still looking for the suspect. As an added precaution, the family has now installed more cameras and a new alarm system. In 2021, a man was at Florida's Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport on a Saturday morning. He was standing at the Air Canada check-in counter and preparing to fly to Toronto. The ticket agent informed him that he would have to pay to carry on one of his bags. But to do so, he would have to walk to a different terminal to buy a Visa card to pay for it. This made the man very angry and he walked away from the counter, leaving his bag. When the agent told him he had to take his bag with him, he said there was a bomb in the bag. These days, those words will get you in trouble every time. And this instance was no different. The airline employee called the Broward County Sheriff's Office. Deputies soon arrived at the scene along with the bomb squad and threat management unit. 3 terminals were evacuated and swept for bombs. Roadways were closed. 8 flights were canceled and dozens were delayed. Law enforcement inspected the man's bag and found no proof of a bomb. Instead, they found a CPAP machine, which is used by people who have sleep apnea. Investigators arrested 74-year-old Weigel Rosen and charged him with falsely reporting a bomb threat. He faced up to 15 years in prison. His bond was set at $20,000. In 2021, a man was staying at the Wyndham Beach Resort in Deerfield, Florida. When he went down to the front desk one morning for a cup of coffee, he was asked to put on a face covering. The man then produced a laminated card indicating that he was exempt from wearing a face mask. The card read as follows: "I am exempt from any ordinance requiring face mask usage in public. Wearing a face mask poses a mental and/or physical risk to me. Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, I am not required to disclose my condition to you." The man then pointed at his belt, where he was wearing a badge. He then told the clerk that he was a U.S. Marshal and he could have the clerk arrested if he was forced to put on a mask. Employees then got very suspicious of his claims. It turns out that just 2 days earlier, another man checked into the hotel and gave them the same story. On that particular day, the manager confronted the man. However, he threatened to have the manager arrested. One of the front desk employees just happened to have a cousin who was a U.S. Marshal. He found it strange that federal agents would take issue with wearing a mask. The manager then called police. When officers arrived, they came with an actual U.S. Marshal. They found the 2 men dining together in the hotel restaurant. When they checked the mask exemption cards, they determined them to be fake. The U.S. Marshal said that the badges were not real. He was also able to confirm that neither man was ever a U.S. Marshal. The 2 men were arrested for impersonating a federal officer and refusing to wear a face mask. If you watched episode 38 of our Stupid Crime series, you may recall the Michigan woman who wanted to hire a hitman to kill her ex-husband. She went to a website called Rent a Hitman and wound up going to prison for solicitation of murder. If that wasn't crazy enough for you, check out this next story. In 2023, 21-year-old Josiah Garcia, a member of the Air National Guard in Tennessee, wanted to make some extra money. But he wasn't looking for legitimate employment such as a security guard. He wanted to better utilize his expert marksmanship skills. So he started searching the internet for work as a contract killer. That's right, a soldier in the National Guard wanted side work as a hitman. While searching the internet, he stumbled upon the Rent a Hitman website and saw that they were hiring. They even offer a bonus if you refer a friend for employment. This is exactly what he was looking for. When you click on their Careers tab, you can see, they ask for all kinds of identifying information. Of course, no real hitman would ever reveal that much detail. But then the questions start to get rather ridiculous. Asking whether you have all of your teeth? And check out the reference to the Jimi Hendrix album, Are You Experienced? And if an applicant still hasn't gotten a clue that this is all in fun, they continue with the silly questions. They even instruct you to upload your resume and other identifying documents. But just look at this nonsense. Who would take this seriously? Well, Garcia did just that. He uploaded his resume and submitted additional identification documents. His resume indicated that he had been in the Air National Guard since July of 2021. He also let them know that he was an expert marksman in the military. The site administrator reached out to Garcia to see if he was serious. Garcia assured him that he was serious and wanted to get to work as soon as possible. The owner of the fake site then turned his information over to law enforcement. Garcia was later contacted by an undercover FBI agent posing as a customer seeking a hitman. They then arranged to meet in a park. According to an affidavit, the agent asked Garcia if he was really up to the task. After all, he has a lot going on. He's in the military and in college. Apparently Garcia assured him he was ready. He said he looked at jobs in civilian law enforcement, but he wanted to do something more exciting. The agent then asked if he would be able to kill as many as 50 people. Garcia boasted that those were rookie numbers for someone with his skills. He was then offered his first job to kill a person for $5,000. The FBI agent gave him information about the fictional target, including photographs, as well as a $2,500 down payment. Garcia agreed to the terms of the hit and then allegedly asked if he needed to provide a photo of the dead body. He was then arrested by FBI agents. Investigators who later searched Garcia's home said they found an AR-style rifle. When questioned about why he wanted to work as a hitman, Garcia told investigators he needed the money to support his family. According to the site creator, his Rent a Hitman website has received hundreds of requests over the years. Some people want to know how much they charge to kill someone. Others are seeking employment. He still can't believe people think this is a legitimate website. Garcia was charged with use of interstate facilities in the commission of murder for hire. He faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Our weekly videos will feature such topics as stupid crime stories, classic TV, and the real stories behind popular songs from the past and present. There will be even more categories as we continue to grow.